KCAC and 101.1 FM. And that's Jim Struzzi from the Chamber of Commerce just across the way. I said to Jack, I don't see Jim walking up the street yet, but then there you came.
There I am. Here I am.
Yeah. So what's going on? You got the Business Hall of Fame coming up, don't you?
Well, we sure do, Todd. We're excited about that. It's going to be another great event this year, June 8th. That's a Thursday at the Kovalchik Complex. So you can make reservations now by calling the Chamber, 724-465-2511. Visit our website. We send out formal invitations. But we're going to be, again, inducting some phenomenal people into the Business Hall of Fame again on June 8th. So that's open to anybody. Yeah. We encourage you to come out. We're also taking some sponsorships. You can put a thank you to the individuals who are being inducted this year, and the list includes Dr. Pratt from IUP, James Tremarkey, Chuck Spadafora, Cecil Spadafora, Lucy Donnelly, and Jack Clark Jr.
That's a whole bunch of good people.
It sure is, and I think if you want to learn more about them, come see the Hall of Fame dinner. We do their biographies, a video in conjunction with the Indiana Gazette media production team. All the former videos from the previous two classes, which is amazing, Todd. It's going to be our third year already for the Hall of Fame, but they're available on our website. You can simply go to the Hall of Fame tab, and you can see what this event's like. You can see video from the previous two events, and really understand why it's such a special event for Indiana County.
All right. So there you go. That's coming up on June the 8th.
June the 8th, yes.
Right. And make your reservations now, because that really turns into a big event for Indiana County.
It is, and we have a sensational menu this year, some really great appetizers. There's a networking cocktail hour from 5:30 to 6:30, and then throughout the evening we have an open bar, which is part of the ticket price, so it is really a special event. It concludes with a dessert bar in the lobby where we unveil the display, which is on the wall next to the ticket counter at the KCAC. So it's really just turned into an amazing historical event for Indiana County.
That's nice. That's nice. A couple of events that we highlight this morning. Every month when you visit with us, we talk about business after hours and some of those other events you have.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a marijuana conference coming up?
That was actually last week.
That was last week.
Yeah, we did a panel discussion on medical marijuana in the workplace. We had Dr. Patrick Shannon from IRMC. We had Ellen Blanco, who is a labor law attorney. And then we had Sterling Crockett, who is the CEO of Agromed. Agromed is the company that applied for the dispensary license to be here in Indiana County. A great discussion. We probably had 30 people in attendance. Obviously, there's a lot of questions about what does it mean to have medical marijuana in the workplace. What are employers' rights, employees' rights? And they covered the topic very well. We'll probably have to do a follow-up as these licenses get rolled out and people really experience medical marijuana in the workplace, and the rules sort of become more defined, because it's new for Indiana County, it's new for Pennsylvania. So we'll probably do another session similar to that one in 9-10 months. That's
a really competitive bidding process, right?
It is.
To get that license, isn't it? And there's no guarantee that anybody is.
No.
Nobody seems to have an upper hand right now.
From what I understand, there are more than 500 licenses submitted for across Pennsylvania, and they're only giving out a handful of those here in this first round. But they should know in June whether or not they receive their dispensary license, and if they do get the license, they expect to be up and running by next summer.
Yeah. Now, have there been any locations that have been discussed?
Nothing clearly defined, Todd. I think once everything falls into place, they'll really start to move forward with that. But it really does speak volumes to the problems we have with the opioid addiction problem, and that's Agromed's angle on this. Is they want to use medical marijuana as an alternative to opioids, so that if you're prescribed an opioid, you can use this as an alternative to avoid that addiction problem. So I really think it does have a public safety component to it as well.
Yeah, and somebody asked me about the form that the medical marijuana will have, and that's a question that a lot of people have. Well, do you mean I have to become a smoker in order to take advantage of this?
It's actually not legal to smoke it in Pennsylvania for medical uses. It's only to be applied as sort of a lotion, a salve type thing, or in a pill format, from what I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that answers the question of a lot of people, because
sure.
They get concerned about things of that nature.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Sure. And rightfully so. Okay. So what else is going on with the Chamber?
Well, there's a whole lot of things happening. Tomorrow we have a Chamber happy hours at the Firehouse Brewing Company here in town. Happy hours are sort of like an after hours, but they're a little bit more loose. We don't do name tags. It just simply come to the Firehouse from 5 to 7. There'll be drink specials, some appetizers, and network. That's a big, sort of a new thing we rolled out about a year or so ago, but they seem to be gaining in popularity. We have a chamber check-in coming up on May 31st in the chamber office, so you can mark your calendar for that. And the big event, besides the Hall of Fame dinner that we're all excited about, is the 3rd annual Paddle and Picnic event in Blairsville. That's going to be on May 27th. That's where we meet in the morning around 9 a.m. We get into some vans. They take us up to Robinson. Kayaks are provided for a rental fee if you need a kayak, and then we kayak 10 miles back to Blairsville, and then we follow that up with an after-hours picnic, which is great fun for everyone. So we've got a number of people already registered for the Paddle and Picnic, but we do have some space. You don't have to have any kayaking experience. Simply give us a call at the chamber. We can get you registered. We can provide a rental kayak for you, and then you can have a great day with us on the water of the Conemaugh, in which it's really a great trip. If you've ever thought about kayaking or you're interested in it, this is a perfect opportunity to introduce yourself to this recreational sport. And I remind people that you don't have to kayak. If you just want to do the picnic, you can come to the picnic afterwards and spend some time with us in Blairsville, which is really a great opportunity.
Yeah, I grew up in that area, and by golly, back when I was growing up, the Conemaugh River was not a place that you could get onto because of all of the pollution, but it's so much nicer now. It's been cleaned up.
It is, Todd. It's a great asset for Indiana County, and there's fish in there. You can fish. And I think a lot of people don't even realize that the waters are healthy. It's a beautiful trip. I've done it the past 2 years now, and I look forward to the kayaking portion of it. It's just a very relaxing sort of way to spend a Saturday morning. And then, of course, you can follow that up. You can spend the morning and the afternoon in Blairsville and then come to Indiana for the West Sylvania Jazz and Blues Festival.
There you go. What a weekend that'll be, huh?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Just get to the chamber website. That'll give the best opportunity.
IndianaCountyChamber.com, or give us a call at 724-465-2511.
Jim Struzzi with us from the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce. Just a couple of moments left with Jim this morning. Business developments around the area, and people are always wondering about what's coming and what's not, and especially I always think in terms of industry and manufacturing, but folks wonder about retail as well. You have any?
Well, we're working real hard right now, Todd, to get more jobs. I think once you have more family-sustaining, good-paying jobs in Indiana County, you'll see the retail component come. But there's a lot of interest right now behind the scenes. We're working hard through the Indiana County Economic Development Team and the Center for Economic Operations. Byron Stauffer and myself have been attending a lot of meetings along with the commissioners and other members of the team. We've been to Harrisburg. There's a contingency that went to Washington, D.C. We'll be planning a trip here down to Louisiana to try and align ourselves with the petrochemical industry. We had a meeting with Shell. All sorts of things happening along those lines. I mean, we have the perfect opportunity right now with the Windy Ridge Business and Technology Park, with the 119 Business Park in the Cole Grayston area, which is occupied by Trinity right now, who is building the pipeline through southern Indiana County. Mm-hmm. There's ample opportunity right now, and it's up to us to get those businesses here. But I really think once you see jobs, you'll see the retail fill back in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And folks will be very, very pleased. But it's really a key is taking advantage of every opportunity. The cracker plant is one of them, but there have to be others in Indiana County, and people are looking.
For sure.
People are looking. All right, James, thanks so much.
Thank you, Todd.
Once again, tell people how it is that they can get themselves in line for the Business Hall of Fame and for the kayaking event.
IndianaCountyChamber.com is our website, or you can call the chamber, 724-465-2511, or stop into the office, 1019 Philadelphia Street.
And there you go. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented as always by First Commonwealth Bank here on AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM.